Hello there, y'all. It's your girl, Shauna Ray, with Bus Talk. That's bold, one of a kind, sensational superstars. And we are so excited to be back yet again on another Wednesday. So thank you all for tuning in. And as always, we have quite an amazing show for you tonight. We're going to talk power about your power, the power that lives inside of you, the power that sometimes you might deny, and the power that will help you to overcome any obstacles that you run into, any setbacks that you might have, any doubts, any fears. Can anybody out there relate? Have any of you ever felt doubtful about your abilities, about the things that you could accomplish, about the things you've already accomplished? Because sometimes we look back on what we've already done that was magnificent and we play it down. So I have some ladies here tonight who are experts in teaching you how to power up your life so that you can live out loud and on purpose in your God-driven, God-given talents and purpose. So I am going to start. These ladies are all speakers and co-hosts for the Power Up Summit by none other than, you've met her, the butts in the seats queen, Kern Crockett Cherry. And she may be joining us later, but she's going to let her ladies shine first. And so, without another word from me, let's bring on our first lady. Her name is Moira. Hello.
Hello, Queen Shauna Ray. What an honor and a privilege to be here. My mentor, Les Brown, says a plum pleasing pleasure to be with
I love it. I love it. You said it so well.
you.
I love all of it. So it is so good to have you here, Moira. We have actually been on a show together in the past, right? For one of the other conferences sometime during the pandemic.
Yes.
And I remember your sparkling energy. And I also know that we are sort of connected in another way because I see the word holistic wellness by your name.
Yes.
And so you are a therapist, right?
I am a licensed therapist, also a functional medicine practitioner, and doing my doctorate in integrative medicine, 6 languages, you name it, title, that's not missing, and authors, speakers, nationally and internationally. I serve everything with the purpose of serving.
I love it all. So what you're really telling me is you ain't no joke.
I don't think I'm dealing with people that little joke here,
That's
Mrs.
right.
Lorraine.
That's right. So yes, power is up. Gwendolyn, welcome, Gwendolyn. It's so nice to see you. Thank you for joining on. And yes to Les Quote. We love Gwendolyn. She is a member, and gosh, she's more than a member. She's a board member many times over of the Black Women's Network, in which I have the honor of serving as president. And so we are comrades in arms and just out there doing the doggone thing. So, Moira, I want to give the people a little bit more about you because I failed to read your bio. So let's do this. Moira Lavelle. Did I get that right?
Oh, you
Is
do actually great.
Oh, perfect. Is a licensed mental health counselor, a strategic intervention life coach, functional medicine, and bioenergetic practitioner, helping people understand the root cause of their diseases. Neuro linguistic practitioner is also one of her titles, as well as a certified clinical iridologist. Ooh, we need to talk. I love that. She is a 3-time international best-selling author, a transformational speaker. She's currently pursuing her PhD and doctorate in integrative medicine. She is the CEO and founder of Moira Holistic Wellness, LLC, where she provides mental health counseling, life and wellness coaching in 5 languages: French, bonjour, mademoiselle, Portuguese, Spanish, Creole, and English. She does this locally and internationally. internationally. Moira believes in using humor, spirituality, uh, relaxation training, self-care, and mindfulness techniques to help individuals reach their life purpose. Moira is dedicated to creating lasting personal transformation by helping people to access their intrinsic personal power, to overcome emotional barriers, to reduce stress, and enhance the quality of life, and to achieve their highest potential, to live with vibrancy and passion. Moira lives to inspire, empower, and transform one life at a time. I love that. You are quite busy, young lady.
I do have to keep myself busy because we cannot sit quietly waiting to be rescued.
Mm,
You must go because your gift does not belong to you.
that's
Go
right.
out there and rescue a life instead of waiting to be rescued.
I love it. I love it all. So tell me, how did you get involved in the Power Up Summit?
First of all, you cannot not be involved with Power Up Summit if you're aware of Kern Sherry. Kern is that human being that understand what its visibility is all about. As my visibility coach, she provides to you environment to thrive, and she puts you in the place where you can meet someone like Sean Ray. That easy. She's not even target. You can be on her schedule so easily. So I am actually surrounded by greatness by her. And also I've been involved in Level Up Success Woman Conference. And I've been with her for a couple of years now. And I see where her heart really, really, really belong. And she shares herself 100%. And she gives, and she really put butts in the seats.
That's that is absolutely right. I know Kern from the same sort of travels. I did my first Success Women's Conference in 2018, and I was in person in 2018 and 2019. And then I did a digital presentation in 2018, but I went to the conference in person. And that's where I met Kern. And, she has been connected to my heart ever since. She is amazing. I love what she does with women. I love her energy and her commitment. And so I am so happy to be here with you tonight. Well, let's bring some of the other ladies on. Let's see. Who shall we bring on next? Whose name pops up right here? Let's see. Dr. Karen Hills Pruden. She is an award-winning C-suite career elevation expert for females seeking senior leadership, recognized as the Governor, Virginia, for her leadership in equity, diversity, and inclusion. Dr. Pruden strives to demystify the senior leadership role. She uses global speaking, coaching, workshops, and publications. One of her hottest books is Pruden Principles, 10 Strategies to Propel Women to the C-Suite. Dr. Pruden works as a C-Suite executive, CEO, founder of the Sister Leaders Conference, and creator-host of the international TV show Leadership is Served, broadcast in 200 plus countries. Dr. Pruden has been featured on The Kim Jacobs Show, Believe in Your Dreams Television, Roland Martin Unfiltered, ABC, NBC, and CBS affiliates. She's been a keynote featured speaker at the Level Up Summit, Success Women's Conference, Black CEO, Society for Diversity, Black Wall Street, SpeakerCon, Black Brand, Bad as Women in Business Summit, Global Fluency, Empower Her, NAACP, and the Sister Leaders Conference. So, without another word from me, please welcome to Boss Talk, Dr. Karen Hills Pruden. Well, hello, hello. Oh, I gotta probably bring her on, right? Ta-da!
Hi.
I got lost in Bioland back there. So welcome to Boss Talk, Karen.
Oh, thank you for having
Dr.
me.
Karen. So nice to have you. So now I learned about you when you were doing the Sister Leaders Conference.
Okay.
I saw you as Karen was speaking about your conference because she did a Zoom talking about the conference and recruiting speakers to be. Now, was that your first conference that you put on yourself?
Last year, it was my very first.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, how did you come in contact with Kern?
I'm not really sure how I came in contact with Kern. I just came in contact with, we were traveling in some of the same circles. And I just love Kern, and she stands for the same things that I stand for in terms of collaboration and partnership.
Yes.
And so since she is the butts and the seats queen, I kind of put her name in my phone. And when I decided I wanted to do my own conference, I hired K Connections to produce Sister Leaders. And so we've been attacked. Awesome.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, the good thing is that Kern can spot stars, and so she has that gift, and what she's also able to do is help to shine up stars. And so if you're in her camp, I know that you are a star just from that part alone, including the gifts that you bring and the talents that you bring. So do tell me about the C-suite. I love what you do with women in that regard. So talk a little bit about the leadership thing that you do.
Yeah, I have a company called Prudent Global Business Solutions Consulting, and my ideal clients are generally female middle managers who are stuck, stagnant, grossly underpaid in corporate America, and they seem to be kind of stuck in middle management, not able to get into senior leadership. Maybe they have applied for the position but wasn't granted an interview, or maybe they got the interview but didn't get the job offer. And so I coach those individuals on leading people, leading change using technology and analytics so that they can influence and impact their way into senior leadership and get out of that stuckness of being in middle management.
I love that. I love that. So you help women bust through that glass ceiling.
Absolutely. I'm still lingering in there after a decade and a half. And so I use my plan in addition to taking the best from them. And together we create a plan for them to bring out the best in them so that they can pass through that employment recruitment process and get in the C-suite.
Right. So you help create their exit strategy, huh?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And what city are you in?
I'm in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Okay. Okay. Nice. And so, and where are you, Moira?
I am in Massachusetts, Nantucket Island.
Oh, how beautiful. Okay. So we're all water girls.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's bring our next co-host to the stage. It's Joanna James. Joanna is known as a revolutionary difference maker in the design, construction, and banking sectors, and has been featured in publications such as The Entrepreneur, The Advisor, MPA, Australian Broker, CIO, and Insights Success. Today, she uses her influence and expertise to shape the lives of women around the world. She is known as Australia's youngest female architect and builder. She is an author and creator of the world's first bio home and created Shambhala at Byron Retreat. Okay, we'll have to get that clarified, which welcomed celebrity singer Sting as her first guest. Now that's really impressive. She is a pioneering entrepreneur who led the International Easy Group to become the industry powerhouse in the lending sector, currently managing over $4.5 billion of home loans. Her change-making contribution shines through the 32 industry awards including 3 times BWR Fast Company and ALA Best Non-Bank. She's an advocate for business, independence, and competition, and her advice is sought after by government, industries, bodies, and top business leaders. She is known as a powerhouse leader in a male-dominated domain and now heads the Successful Women, a business community and movement committed to women reaching their full potential. So, without another word from me, please welcome to Boss Talk, Joanna James. Hello, Joanna.
Hello, Sholare. Hello, ladies.
Hi. All the way from Australia.
That's right. I'm dialing in from the future. It's tomorrow here.
I love that. That is so excellent. Well, welcome to Boss Talk, Joanna.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
So tell me, how did, I can't see me. Hold on, let me do some adjusting here. There I am. It's hard to talk to my name. So, so tell me, how did you find yourself in this male-dominated field?
Well, you know what? My entire life, I've been surrounded by lots of men. I was a maths and physics geek in high school. So I was one of 3 girls in a class of 30 boys, and it started there, right? And then I went on to architecture and construction, and then I traded in my concreting boots for high heels, and I was still the only woman in the boardroom. So I just have always been in professions where there's been lots of men, but it's been an amazing, amazing journey.
Well, I love that. I love that you can rock those concrete boots and then turn around and fabulously rock them indeed, and then turn around and put on your pumps and be just as fabulous. That is so great. I actually in high school got to be surrounded by boys because I decided that I did not want to take home ec, and I took auto mechanics and wood shop instead. And they put me in the class by accident because my name is Sean. And they always thought that I was a boy. And so finally it worked. It paid off for me. So that's great. So tell me, with the work that you're doing and being all the way over the pond, let's see, how do we say that? I forget. Down under. How did you run into Kern?
Well, see, that's the incredible thing about the world and being connected through the internet, right? So Kern has been circling around in my sphere. I've been seeing the Success Conference and all sorts of things. And I've got a wonderful connection to the States because I actually went to high school in Philly. So when Kern popped up and the Power Up Summit came on, it was like, right, it's time. And I reached out to Kern, and she was amazing as always. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity because I'm actually going to come. I'm going to come from the other side of the planet to Biloxi, Mississippi, so that I can be there in person with everyone. And I'm so excited to be able to come back and spend time in the States.
That is so wonderful. I can't wait to hear more. All right. So let's see what the audience is saying out there. Hello, Michelle Morbell, another one of my board members from the Black Women's Network. And she's saying hello to you beautiful ladies tonight. So, and Michelle is a business owner too, of course. So let's get our last but not least. And I think, what is this? 3rd time guest, I believe, on Boss Talk. So let's bring on Miss Ashley Montgomery. She is an international keynote speaker, co-host, moderator, international best-selling author 2 times, and award-winning entrepreneur. She is widely regarded as the go-to source on customer engagement and retention. Ashley works with individuals and organizations to amplify their communication, connection, and confidence so they can make an influential impact on the world. She mentors with passion, guides her clients to effectively strengthen and elevate their leadership vision to new heights. With over 10 years of corporate training experience, a hunger for making meaningful connections with audiences, and an insatiable appetite for helping others maximize their potential, Ashley knows how to rock a platform, connect with a crowd, and provide education so that others can effectively do the same. Ashley is the wife of her high school sweetheart, Nelson, of 19 years together, and they have 2 teenage sons. Ashley learned the value of dedication at an early age, growing up in Lake Charles, Louisiana, as a teen mother at the age of 17. And despite the setback of becoming a teen mother, Ashley graduated high school and furthered her education in nursing. She is currently the founder and CEO of Exceptional Healthcare Staffing, which currently staffs over 300 CNAs, LPNs, and RNs. She is quite amazing. And so without another word from me, please welcome back to Boss Talk, Ashley Montgomery. Hello, Ashley. You're muted, darling.
Hey. Hey.
How are you?
Finding you.
Good, good, good to see you. I think we got the hair memo. I see you got it too, right? The blonde and the well, it's wonderful to see you again, Ashley. And actually, Ashley was in California and had the opportunity to come up to my office, and we got to have lunch together and chat it up. And she gave me some wonderful information that may help me to expand some of the things that I do. So I love that.
Yes.
It's so good to see you again.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So tell me, so I know that some of you are co-hosts for the conference, right? So tell me what that looks like.
Being a co-host is it's actually an amazing opportunity. It's just actually setting you up, like if you want to, which that's what I'm doing now. I'm about to host my own event. So being a co-host really helps me because I'm able to see all the behind the scenes, all the work that is being put in, and everything that is needed to run and launch your own successful event. So it's been an amazing journey. This is my second time being a co-host, and I'm actually loving it. And so I'm excited.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, Dr. Karen, you are also co-host, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So tell us about your journey as a co-host.
Well, this will be my first time being a co-host, but I am excited just to be at Kern's hip, just to be live and in person. I've been doing the virtual circuit throughout COVID, just started breaking my way back into in-person events. So having the opportunity to get to meet the keynotes who are there at Power Up, Robbie Montgomery, Cynthia Bailey, getting the opportunity to attend the awards. It's just a pleasure and an honor to be able to be out in person and be among like-minded individuals who are committed to just being experts at their craft.
I love that. I love it. And Joanna, what about you?
Well, the entire experience has been phenomenal so far. And aside from the fact that, Karen is incredible with the space that she creates, just being connected with the other co-hosts has been amazing, right? And what I really truly get about the co-host is it's an opportunity to really connect into the spirit of the event, right? And it's all about collaboration and supporting other women, and being a part of it is just so uplifting. It's been an incredible experience. It's been an absolute gift. And I know we are all so excited to be together in the room, pouring it in to everybody that's there, whether you're in person or online. We are showing up together to make sure that you get the very best out of the Power Up Summit and you can unleash your power. So who doesn't want to be a part of that, right?
Absolutely, 100%. So Moira, what, if you, without giving away too much, what is it about your talk what is it that you want to get across to the audiences in your talk? Uh-oh, you're muted.
Thank you. Most importantly for me, I stand for wellness. When you see Moira, I want you to see possibilities of living a life of vibrancy, to take your health journey into your own hands and
Yes.
do the necessary steps to understand your health is your wealth. And you can only get powered up by taking care of yourself. So
Mhm.
that's all I want people to know, from where I come from, as being diseased to completely, like, over 15 years, completely healthy, no headache, no diseases, no, like, feeling happy, must, or all the time. People will tell you I'm the happy person because I'm happy all the time. I'm just excited about life. Since the day that I realized my health was under my control, I start learning better about this health journey and empowering other individual, mind, body, and spirit. What is
Mhm.
the interconnectedness related on what is wellness supposed to be looking like, by looking at me and say, if Moira can do it, I can do it.
Absolutely. Well, I must say you are the picture of wellness, my dear. Absolutely. And I remember before, when you and I were on someone else's show actually together, and we recognized that we had similar interests. Like, my practice is called Living Loved Pathways to Holistic Healing, and yours is Moira Holistic
Holistic.
Wellness.
Correct.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. So, Ashley, tell us about your message. What is the message that you'll be getting across to the Power Up Women?
The message that I'm wanna pour into other individuals, individuals who are just feeling like they're in the same place. So it's how to build generational wealth for your children and generations to come. Basically just teaching them on how I, made that step of faith and left a six-figure job after 6 years and started my own business and started creating generational wealth. I was just speaking on this um on another interview. I was talking about, if I would have never made that decision to leave my job, that 9 to 5, sometimes on the weekends, I would not be living my life. I would not be living and pursuing all my dreams, because it's like I was stuck in a box. You go to work, you get off, you do your same routine, you cook, you do everything. And so you basically not really getting any sleep or being able to really enjoy life. Then you got to
Mhm.
request to take off. But when I made that step on leaving my job, I was able to start my business and create a generational wealth, be able to travel like I want to travel. I don't have to worry about taking off. I take about 3-4 vacations a month. Like, I'm always gone. And also just being able to be debt free. When I made that decision, we went without for a while. But now we are living in a debt free life. Like, I don't really have no bills. And this is a blessing. This is not bragging. I just want to be able to tell everyone, because it is possible. But I was able to purchase my 18-year-old son his own investment house debt free. I
Come
never
on.
thought I would have been able to do that. And I was able to buy it for him so he can fix the house up, either sell it, flip it, or rent it out and become his own landlord. So that's what it's all about. And if I would have never made that decision when I left my job 2-3 years ago, I would have never been able to do that. So that's why I want to help individuals and
Mhm.
just show them it is possible. You looking at a girl that was 17 years old that thought nobody thought was going to be anybody.
Mm.
Now I'm over here building generational wealth for my children, other family members, and just being a blessing to everyone and other women that's connected to me. So that's what my message is going to be about, just to help people to really step out on faith and believe in yourself and trust the process. It may not be easy. You're going to have obstacles come up against you, but you got to trust the process.
Absolutely. I love that message. It is so true. And I love too that you're transparent about where you came from. Like, that's so important because, you've heard it a million times. In order to get where you want to go, you need to be able to know where you came from. And and use that not as an obstacle, but as a motivator and as a stepping stone and a building block and all those things. I think that is so wonderful. I just love your story. That's so good. So Renee says, hey, Boss Talk. So say hey back, y'all. That's my girl Nene. And Cami Nicole is sending some love. And she's also applauding for you beauties. And Michelle says, I love it. The Power Up Conference is going to be amazing again. You ladies are going to bring it. It's going to be powerful. Yes, absolutely. And Cami Nicole. Now, wait, if I'm not mistaken, Cami Nicole.
That's my sister.
I know her.
She was on your show.
I remember. Yes. Hi, Cami. Hope you're doing well, darling. Good to see you. And she says, I love you, Sister Ashley. Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in. All right. So, Joanna, what is your message about for this conference?
Yeah, well, so one of the things that I'm really passionate about, having gone through this incredible process of building a company from 2 people to 200 people, is actually getting back out there to help female entrepreneurs grow their business, because there are so many things that need changing on the planet. And one of the fastest ways that we can affect change is to support women growing their businesses. So I've broken down everything that I learned over 21 years of building amazing business, and I put it together in a bite-sized package for women that are stepping out after the start out and they really want to grow their company. So we're going to talk about the rise of the founderpreneur and what that process means, and I'm going to share some of my personal nuggets on my own journey so that you can use them in your business.
I love it. The founderpreneur.
Founderpreneur.
Ooh, I like that sound of that. Hello, Cami. Well, so thank you for sharing that. And Dr. Karen, give us a little peek into what your message is.
So I'm going to be talking about, are you ready for senior leadership? And so I will be sharing a number of things. One of the things I will be discussing is the elements of professional equity, which is relationships, reputation, and expertise. You know, it's good to be a generalist, but it is awesome sauce to be a specialist, because when an organization has a need, then they tap you on the shoulder and tap you into the game. Relationships are up, down the chain, and then outside with your customers, your vendors, your creditors, and individuals need to know how to navigate, you know, between those particular parties and know that they are all stakeholders in their success. Because when you're in senior leadership, your success depends on everyone under you. You are in the most vulnerable position, and a lot of people don't look at it like that. And then, you know, your reputation. What do people say about you when you're not in the room? And your reputation has nothing to do with your title. It has to do with the results that you generate. People talk about the results that you generate. And so we're going to be talking about, are you ready for senior leadership? And we're going to be talking about, what is your professional equity?
I love it. Well, just with the 4 of you, this conference will definitely be smoking hot and full of valuable information for the women out there. So tell me, when you ladies are not killing the game in the ways that you do when you put on your boss lady hat, what are some of the things that you enjoy doing? And because I believe that it's so important to play hard, as especially if you're working hard, right? So tell me what some of that looks like for you guys. Anybody, just popcorn.
Well, I'll start. I'm a readaholic, so that could be a little bit of work. It could be a little bit of play. The only thing I do not read is mysteries. I read about 50, 60 books, and I literally turned the page. I haven't jumped over the audibles yet. Of 50, 60 books a year. I like leadership books. I like biographies. I like self-help books. I'm a do-it-yourself person. You know, I got a full toolbox. So I read. Reading relaxes me. It also expands my mind, and it also allowed me to dream. And there was a time in my life where there was something that I read about, was a goal, for me, that now is a reality for me. And so reading kind of expands my bandwidth about possibilities in life.
I like that. That's great. Okay, who else?
Well, adding to what Dr. Karen said, I love to read. I'm like a readaholic as well, but I have less time now because I'm finishing a PhD and doctorate in integrative medicine. So it's kind of when you're reading, you feel guilty. Shouldn't you be studying now that
Yes,
you're just reading?
I can so
But
relate.
you can't really help it. When I find a new book, I feel like I'm like a Christmas kid opening present. Oh my it's coming from Amazon. I still turn the page, even if sometimes I order it as well. And I do play violin. That's my gift to myself. 2 years ago, I decided one of the things you do because you always working as entrepreneur that we are, it's just finding a hobby. So I hired a master violinist in Italy. The world is open to all of us, and we have more access right now more than anything else.
Mhm.
So we have lesson once a week, and I practice. And now I can play quite a bit, Beethoven, all of those master players. So I am happy to say now it's a play that I go in and I enjoy to do that. And I love also to just have fun, low key conversation, watching things that really mindlessly, less about, serious movies, but something funny. Just sit down with girlfriends like we're talking right now, having a good
Mhm.
conversation and making it like, low key and just inspire other people. When I go traveling to speak or MC events, what I do is just having fun. I feel like I'm not working. I told most people I quit my job a few years ago. They said, "What do you do now?" I said, "I speak." How do you live? I said, "They pay me for it." So that's
Absolutely.
it's
I
fun.
love
It's
that.
fun. So, and then also, with the mental health crisis that we have right now, the more Sean, you know that more than anybody else, you're busy, right? If you're not
Oh,
busy,
yeah.
tell me. I'll forward you a lot of pages. You just cannot be not busy as a clinician
Yeah.
right now in America. Just stand up to just inspiring people that there's better they can do. Don't sit and wait. Just reach out, get help, get support. For me, it's inspiring. It's just
Yeah.
uplifting.
Absolutely. And Moira, yes, I can definitely relate. I have the gift of having interns from UMass Global, and one that I had last year now works here as an employee, and the young lady that I have now is a first year student. So she gets to do more of the administrative tasks and just kind of learning and training and that sort of thing. But it's a godsend to have her because just now I said, go through the Psychology Today and the website. And she said, how far back do you want me to go? And I said, how far back are you now? And she goes, May. We literally have people that we're still looking back to contact to get booked for May. And veterans I give them the top priority. I have a contract with TriWest, and so they are calling me now. It used to be the VA calling. Now they're both the insurance company itself is calling, the VA is calling, people all over the world. Someone called me at 11:55 last night, and I answered the phone because I'm always kind of like, is it a crisis or whatever? And she said, I was just calling because I need to see someone, and I need to see someone really as soon as I can. And I said, well, are you safe right now? And she said, yes, I'm safe now. And I said, would it be okay if you called me back on Thursday when I get back to the office? And she said, yes. So I'm glad to hear that. But just the idea that you're sitting at home and at almost midnight, you pick up the phone to call a therapist. Now, thank God that she did, but just the idea that all times of night people are thinking, and that's a good thing. They're thinking about what they need and that they need help in their wellness. So I'm glad to share in that space with you, my sister.
I'm glad to hear someone spoil their patient as I do. I do answer my phone.
I
If
do
I'm
too.
not sleeping, you call, I'm gonna pick it up.
Me
So
too. I can't
thank you
help
so
it.
much for doing the work you do. I'm
Thank
really,
you as
really
well.
fond of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, I think we're all in many ways connected to the whole aspect of wellness, because you ladies are with the idea of helping women to live better lives and committed to that. And I think that is so amazing and so wonderful and inspiring. So Joanna, what do you do over there across the down under for fun?
So I've got a new hobby. I bought a beautiful property on top of a mountain, and I've started growing a veggie garden. And so I love growing things, right? So I take the seeds and I make them grow into little babies, and then I transplant them into the garden, and I just love it. And what I do, I'm a page turner, but at night I fall asleep. So I actually put on my audiobooks, and I get out and I get my hands in the dirt, and it just grounds me. And I just love it. I just love watching things grow, and it's really good practice to keep pulling out the weeds. You know, just pull out the weeds, keep it grow, and it's amazing when you get to just eat your own food. It's an incredible journey.
Wow, that is amazing. What are you growing back there?
Oh, I always have lots of lettuce. I'm a vegan, right? So I eat lots of green stuff, right? But I've got everything from tomatoes, I've got strawberries coming up, I've got celery because that's amazing in my juice. So anything green, pretty much, it's in my garden and I'm growing it.
I love that. That is so great. You know, I always say that I'm going to do that. On my back patio, we have these trees that surround a fence, and they went berserk. Like, it was amazing. And so we chopped them down. We had, at one point we removed every other tree and still ended up with 16. And so now we just had them chopped down, and they were bare a month ago. Right now, if you go out there, it's all green again, and it's beautiful. But we have to be conscious to trim this time. We're going to trim them so that we don't have to give someone $1,500 to get them to get them right the next time. So I love the green, and we have this underneath them is all this space to grow. So I've been thinking about planting. I've been thinking about it. So you might be inspiring me, getting me one step closer. So thank you for that.
Oh, it's so much fun. You're going to love it.
I'll send you ladies a helper, my daughter. I'll ship it her to both of you.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Now, Ashley, I know one of yours is getting on that airplane and traveling. So tell us some of the other things that you enjoy doing.
Yes, I was gonna say that. I love traveling, but and I love spending time with me, my mom, and my sister is like really, really close. So that's why I find a lot of my peace. Just like me and my mom will hop on a road and go to Houston, which is like 2 hours from here, and go to spend time with my sister, go have brunch, and go shopping. That's something that I really love doing, especially with my mom and my sister. So that's what I do on my free time, and that's where I find my peace, just being with them too. Like we probably talk to each other like 10 times a day. Like we cannot go throughout the day without talking to each other. Like if we don't hear from one another, like, is she okay? So that's why I find a lot of my peace is really just spending time with my mom and my sister.
Oh, that's great. And you know, it's wonderful to have that foundation and those go-to people. You know, I call them my GTGs, my go-to girls. And it's so important to have that. And because even especially when you are constantly pouring into others, constantly, you know, striving to and strategizing and up leveling your business and those kinds of things, it's great to have those people that you can just laugh and giggle with. I love that. Yes, indeed. So let me see. I know that I often think about what inspires me to keep doing what I do. And I think about those people, those women, who have sort of shaped me and molded me into who I am today. And I always pay homage to them because they're gone. Many of them are gone now. And of course, you always continue to grow and gather more women in your life that pour into you and help you to be who you are. So who would you say is it that you get your inspiration from? Popcorn. Anyone?
Well, I can start, and I have several women because they inspire me about different things, from just work ethic. It's my mom. Wasn't anything that she said, and it may sound cliche when someone says it's their mom, but it's just my mom had a work ethic that I noticed. It wasn't that she said anything, but she got things done. And she got things done by keeping her eye on the goal. She was a planner. And she never thought anything was out of her reach. You know, she figured out what was needed to obtain it, whether it was education, a certification, or get another job because she needed more money. And she just made things happen. So my mom, she's my inspiration in terms of my work ethic, because my mantra is no excuses, make it happen. And really, that's what I saw growing up. My mom didn't make any excuses. She figured out how to get it done, and she got it done. Professionally, I have quite a few people like Dr. Jennifer Jones Bryant. She's a senior executive, female, African American. We're in the same industry. I call her my big sis. I really, really, really respect her. And then there's some people who paved the way for me that just inspired me to continue to be great, you know. And so Bonnie White was the lady who gave me my first job in HR when I pivoted from operations, you know. And so I'm almost 30 years into HR now. And
Wow.
I wonder where would I have been if she didn't give me my first job in HR, because it was a hard field to break into. And so I never had any woman tell me I couldn't do anything. I've been blessed to meet women who shared knowledge. You know, some of the knowledge I paid for, some of it was given to me for free, and then some I just happened to be born into.
That's it. I love that. Very nice. You say it sounds like we have the same mom.
Yeah, probably so. There may
Absolutely.
be some kin.
Yep, could be. The glasses might be something. Okay, so who else wants to share about that? Who are your inspirations?
I can go.
Okay,
Um,
Ashley.
my grandmother, she's deceased right now, but like when I say legacy, her legacy still lives on. My grandmother had so much faith. Like you could not tell her anything. Like I remember when before she died, she was like 80 some years old, and she had never been on no medication. None. And
Wow.
like I never, and I remember we had to bring her to the hospital, and they was like, "You're not on any medication," because she would always tell my God was her doctor. So her faith was like really passed on to me. Like you can't tell me I can't do nothing. Like my sister, them, they all be laughing, like I'm gonna do it. Like my grandmother's faith was really passed on to me. Like it don't matter if I got stuff coming up against me, somebody telling me no, I'm not gonna stop. If it's something that I really, really want to do, I'm gonna keep doing it until I get it done. And that's what I continue to try to pour into my sons too. They be like, "Mama," I'm like, "You can't tell me what you can't do."
That's
But
right.
that's who inspired me so much. Like I love her so much, and I miss her dearly. I wish she could see me who the woman I am today, and it's all because of her. Like I watch her get on her
Mm,
knees in the room and pray to God and speak over our lives for healing, for strength, and
mm,
she just kept on moving. So that's who really, really inspired me. And she's gonna always be the only person that really continued to push me. It was because of that faith.
I love that. I love that. And she's watching. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Ladies?
We have some common thread, and as you, Sean and Dr. Karen, you said your mom. My mother passed away a day after my birthday a year ago, exactly on the 12th yesterday. So I went actually through inspiration, went to the cemetery, to the graveyard, and did it live to connect with the source.
Mhm.
Because what I'm doing right now, she had a little bit of idea of what I'm doing, caring for thousands all over the world. And my mom inspired me, no matter how much you have, no matter how little it is, you can always share it with someone.
Mhm.
So sharing your gift with the world for me, it's sharing in all aspect possibilities of growing the seed. As Joanna said, take your seed, put it on the ground, and feed the world. So when you put it on the ground, you take it and you let it grow. Like Dr. Karen said, surrounding yourself with the right mentors. Yes, I had invested a lot of money in myself because I believe in self-development is non-negotiable. You
Mhm.
got to invest in yourself, surround yourself with the right people, like Mr. Les Brown said, OQP, only quality people. You see who I am right now, Joanna, Ashley, Dr. Karen, Sean. You see, those are the people that I live by. So I can breathe, smell them, and then feel inspired.
Mhm.
Hearing people like the way you guys come from and not letting your limitation determine your future and take your life in control. So my mom was my biggest inspiration, but my father was this character man that inspired me. Those 3 Ds: discipline, make the decision, and determination. If
Mhm.
you surround with your 3D system and keep on watching your mind, have the right mindset to make things happen, anything is possible.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. So, Joanna?
Well, mine's a little bit of a different take, right? About a decade ago, I came across this woman called Charlotte Gerson, and she stepped into her father's company, and she was in her early 80s. And at the time, I was learning a lot about juicing and all sorts of things. But at the time, she inspired me to realize that as women, we can contribute well beyond what society believes. And so I just clocked over 50 actually just a couple weeks ago, and it was an incredible milestone for me. And one of the things that it really inspired in me was to make sure that women around the world know that there is no time limit on how we contribute, ladies, right? It's like we've got it all in front of us, all of those common misbeliefs around, oh, I'm getting older, I'm 40, I'm 50, I'm 60 now, oh, I can only actually contribute, I've got to retire. All of that stuff, Charlotte Gerson just blew out of the water for me to watch such a switched on, empowered, incredibly intelligent woman with a business out there making an amazing difference in the world. So she was my absolute go-to rock star poster of what was ahead for me, and I just absolutely loved her.
I love that. Well, this morning, my friend sent me uh, a message on Instagram of a woman who was on the treadmill, and she said, "This is our inspiration." And this woman is 70 something years old, and she was killing that treadmill. And I just felt like, okay, no excuses. Get your little butt up and move it. You know, and it's so true because, and I love that nowadays we are, you know, doing things beyond the previous expectation of what's possible for us and not allowing anybody else to make those decisions except for us. I am happily 62, and I at 50 went back to school and got my master's to become a therapist, and now I am loving what I do. I do it for myself. I employ people, and that makes me happy to be able to mentor other women in the field. And you know, it's funny because people say, well, don't you hire men? And I go, I guess not. Not yet anyway. And I'm not adverse to it, but I do love the energy of Destas girls being here having a great time. So I can totally appreciate that. Now, ladies, speaking of women empowerment, excellence, and all of those things, I want you all to say hello to Autumn Ray. Very inspirational stories, ladies. So this young woman is Miss Black USA of California, and she will be my guest next week. So thank you for tuning in tonight, Autumn. It's good to see you, and I can't wait to chat with you next week. And we're going to talk all things beauty pageant, all things women's empowerment, all of that, because, you know, a lot of times people try to downplay beauty pageants, and in all of the women's empowerment, there are those that look down upon it and think that, you know, it's not a legitimate way to advance one's self. As a former beauty queen myself, I disagree. And so I hope you all will tune in as we have that conversation. Bring all your thoughts and ideas, because we are going to debunk all the myths that beauty queens are just beautiful. There's so much more to us all. Right, ladies? And each and every one of you are simply beautiful, amazing, and very accomplished. And at the same time, you're still beautiful human beings, just having a good time. And I love that. See, and Tina Campbell says, and it's more than just a beauty pageant. It is a scholarship pageant. Absolutely. It certainly is. And that is how I happened my way to NYU. So, so absolutely. And Tina is the pageant director. And, you know, funny story, she and I have run into one another on several different occasions. And each time we go, so you look familiar. There's a wonderful organization called the Ladylike Foundation, and it's Leah Pump is the founder of it. And I plan to have Leah on. And what she does is she helps young women from little bitty all the way up through to just celebrate their womanhood, celebrate their femininity, to learn academics, and she supports them through their academics. And recently she honored some women at her event, and my sister Vanessa Bell Calloway happened to be one of them. And so we were at the event, and Antina came over, and I was talking to Miss Black USA, Autumn, and then Antina walked up, and I said hi, and then we looked at each other and we go, I know you. Yeah, I know you. Wonder where. We couldn't figure it out. I said, well, we're going to figure it out. Well, let's exchange numbers. And I go to put her number in, and she's already, she gave me her number, and I started to ring it, and there she was on my phone. And then we figured it out, because when she was with another one of her beauty queens, I was talking to that young lady, and that's how we connected. So I love that, you know, there's just so much out here for so many of us to just keep empowering one another. I think that you all have mentioned collaboration, and my coach says collaboration crushes competition. And so I love that you all will be together in Biloxi. Are all of you in person in Biloxi? Is that a yes? Everybody? Yes, yes, yes. That's so great. I wish I could be there with you all. What is the date? Tell us the date of the pageant.
So the
That's what it said, pageant. The
the Power Up Summit. The Power Up Summit is July 27th through 31st. It is virtual on all those days, and it is in person the 29th through the 31st.
Okay, so the 27th through the
31st of July.
31st, 27th through the 31st. Okay, let me put that in the chat. Power Up.
And registration is free. Individuals can go to powerupsummit.com.
Summit.com to register. And it is July 27th through the 31st. Let's post that up there. Yes. Did I get it right?
Yes.
All right. All right. So, ladies, before we go, and I just really am so grateful to have had you all on tonight. I just want you to give some parting words and where you can be found on social media, websites, whatever it is. So, all right, I'll start you off. We'll go backwards the way we came in. Moira, you go first.
I am very active in social media. I have as well. I'm the show host of Mindful Yes show at JD3 TV, which is if you have a show, you need to check in JD3 TV. My Facebook is Moira Lavelle, and my Instagram, follow me a lot of the time that I just have fun in my Instagram and my TikTok. If you go see it, you probably will laugh a lot, and sometimes I just have fun. I don't take life too seriously because I know it's not permanent. So I encouragement is sometimes for people to live a little bit looser, keep it serious, but when you really want to have fun, and as women, we tend to take everything so seriously. Sometimes we are too stressed out. I work with individual, serial professional. They're very too serious. I'm like, man, they are too serious. Sometimes I'm like, guys, I'm laughing all the time. Loose it up. I'm working all the time, but I loose it up. So I'm encouraging people to just go and have fun out there, sing the song that's in their heart, and then also show up with the love that in their soul, and especially chase the dream, empower themselves to never let your challenges paralyze you to chase your dream. It's so important for you to go out there, register to Power Up, listen to the people that going to inspire you, empower you to show up, take action, and make it happen, and make your health is priority over everything else. Everything else I know those women gonna talk about, that's all here. It based on your health journey. You're taking control. Faith, all of that. I love Ashley what she said regarding faith. Faith took me where I am right now in my health journey because I had to eliminate everything else that I knew to surrender to the higher power, to say, hey, my body is your temple. Heal it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Moira, Mindful Yes is where?
JD3TV.com.
JD3?
TV.com.
All right, let me get that right.
JD3TV.com. There's a lot of great shows there, a lot of celebrities that are pouring. We're getting bigger and bigger. And just mention my name. If you get involved, just say, I heard it if you ask. So I heard it from Moira, JD3 TV. Dr. James Dentley will be happy.
Now, Moira, your social media is Moira Lavelle.
Moira Lavelle, and everything else is about at Moira Lavelle in Instagram as well.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to put that up for you.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here with all of you ladies. Joanna, I can't wait to see you. Ashley, I'm going to see you again. I'm excited. I am so excited every time I see your name, Ashley. So I'm just happy that you are
There
part
we go. All right. So, hey, we got Lady Sandy out there. Hello,
Oh, hi,
Sandy.
Sandy.
Welcome. Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends.
I know, Karen, we are together for a lot of things. We are
Yeah.
in the Fierce and Focus Woman group as well. There's a lot going on with Karen. We are involved. So,
We love it. Love it. So that's where you can find Moira. Watch her show Mindful Yes on jd3tv.com.
Mindful Yes with double S, by the way, just so you know.
Double S where?
Double S, like mindfulness.
Oh, like yes, yes.
Mindful Yes.
I like it. Okay, got it. So it's double S, y'all. Okay.
Double S.
So and then we had Dr. Karen.
So I have a Linktree where you can find me on all of my different platforms. Of course, I have the television show, the television station. I have my coaching. I have the conference. My conference is coming up in October. And so if you want to see what all I have to offer and maybe want to partner with me in some of the opportunities, because I love partnering with women, entrepreneurs or women professionals, then go up on my Linktree, and I've put the URL over there in the chat for you, Sean.
Oh, you did?
Yes, over there.
Fabulous. I got it. I got it. Da da da. All right. This is Dr. Karen Hills. That's one or two L's.
Two.
Pruden. And that is, oops, I hit the button. There. All right. So that's Dr. Karen's Linktree. You can find her there and find out all about all the amazing things that she's doing and partner with her on anything because she likes collaboration, as we all do. All right. So, Joanna.
Yeah, so the best way to connect with me is through The Successful Woman. So you can go to thesuccessfulwoman.com. I'll also drop it in the chat for you too. We're on Instagram, Facebook, or if you want to private message me, you can find me on LinkedIn. So I'll put all of that for you. But the absolute best way to connect with me is to book your ticket and get to Biloxi, where we can sit down and have a conversation real time in person. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you upgrade to your VIP, because that's where you get into the rooms with all the amazing ladies and men. So make sure to do what the ladies say, take action, and get yourself to Biloxi if you can.
I love it. Thank you. And you can put the rest of your stuff in the chat, or did you already?
I'm just about to drop it in now. Okay. There we go. You've got it all.
All right. Here, let me just put that in there. Whee. All righty. Da-da-da-da-da. Perfect. Okay. And that's where you can find Joanna. So now, Ashley, what about you, love? Where can you be found? And and your parting words.
Okay, you can find me on my website at ashleykeyspeaks.com, or you can connect with me on Facebook or Instagram at Ashley Key. You also, like Ms. Joanna say, you can connect with us at thepowerupsummit.com, because we're all going to be there and we're all going to be sharing, everything that took us to where we at and be able to network and connect. So that is going to be an amazing opportunity, a live opportunity. And also, like Dr. Karen saying, I'm hosting my own event also, a women's empowerment brunch Babes in Boots. You can connect with me that also if you're in the Louisiana or the Texas area. It's going to be August the 7th. Go to my Facebook page and you'll be able to get more information. DM me and I'll be able to share more information with you regarding that event, which will be so amazing because Letitia is going to be there. So I'm
I
excited.
love it. Babes in Boots, is that it?
Babes in Boots Empowerment Brunch.
I love it. Now, and Ashley Keys is key like the key that you turn.
Yes, ma'am. KEY.
Okay, and then what about the your Facebook? Is it Ashley Key Speaks?
It's just Ashley Key.
Ash Key on Facebook. All righty. And there we have that. Let's get that one up there. All right. So, boss talkers out there, you have all the information you need to contact these lovely ladies. But as they said, do not sleep on the Power Up Summit, July 27th through 31st, virtually. But if you can get that ticket, get on over to Biloxi. You will not regret it. I've been there and I love it. And for all my California girls, they do have beaches out there too. So, thank you, ladies, once again. I am so happy to have had you, and I wish you all the best. I know you're going to rock the stage, and we want to have you all come back maybe and tell us all about the conference. So, just hearing more from the audience, Michelle Morbell says, you all are amazing. Thank you for the inspiration and continued success. And that's the best note I think we can leave on. So don't go anywhere, ladies. So, Boss Talkers, thank you for tuning in once again. And I will see you next Wednesday with Autumn Ray, who is Miss Black USA of California. And we'll be rooting her on to the Miss Black USA pageant. So come on back and enjoy more of Boss Talk. And you know what? That's bold, one of a kind, sensational superstars. And that's you. Thank you. Shalom, y'all. Live loved.